We're ready to start, so I'll call the meeting to order. Welcome everybody to the Housing and Industrial Building Authority's April meeting. We'll start out with the approval of the minutes from the March 15 meeting. You're all sent those, you have in front of you. Is there any discussion on those minutes?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, now, approval of the financial statement. And this has been a source of contention for us, and we still have not been able to go back and go through all of the financial statements because it's pretty involved. There's a lot of nuances to it to wrap our head around what is all there. So what I'm going to ask if we approve this month is the monthly expenses. And I'm sure there's going to be some discussion. I've got some questions to ask about that. You should have the month as of April, the balance sheet. You can see that on the back. That constitutes the monthly expenses for the IBA. Do we have that?
We're talking about the March?
Yes, the March.
It'll be in that second package.
That second package?
It should be,
Probably on the back.
Yeah.
it's a P&L loss detail for March
For March
2007.
2000.
It should have been that first page and that second.
I got you. That's the big one. Okay, this is the expense report for the month of March. And as you can see, there are a lot of things on here. We are trying to wrap our head around what some of these expenses are and why we are entailing some of these expenses. Yolanda and I have tracked down many of those. This is quite pared down from the past because we don't have the airport expenses any longer. This is strictly IBA expenses. We don't have anything, to my knowledge, except for the phone line that we share with the airport. That expense is noted on here. A couple of questions that I have, and I don't know if anybody on the board can answer. One is we are paying for the street lighting in the industrial park. I think that costs us about $1,200 a month, $1,300 a month. And we're going to look into that, talk with the power company to see if we can lower that bill a little bit. I'm not sure why we continue to entail that fee, what the agreement was when we set it up, but we're looking into that. So that's one of the expenses that's fairly large and substantial on a monthly basis. We also pay the power for the pump station in Dallas. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but Dallas is getting ready to take over that pump station, so that should go away. We have some expenses for Edison Engineering on here. That was for the testing of the pumping station to get it in compliance so that it can be turned over to the city of Dallas. And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute with the engineering report. Now, going forward, I'm going to bring forward the monthly expenses every month. I'm working on a detailed report of the total expenses and the total indebtedness and the total balance sheet for the IBA, and we'll have that in the coming months as we work through the line items and figure out what goes where and what we're responsible for and what we're not responsible for. But there are some items on our balance sheet that we are not directly responsible for. They show up on our balance sheet because they were loans that were taken out in our name that we're not responsible for paying back. There are some that we are responsible for paying back. So, with that said, I would like to entertain a motion for the approval of the March expense report.
Make a motion that we approve the March expense report.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I may point out Boyd had to go to a funeral. That's the reason he stepped out of us. Okay. So moving along. Reports and updates. Stacy with the chamber.
We had quite a busy first quarter. Very excited that we rolled out some new mission, vision, values, so I encourage everybody to take a look at those for your Chamber of Commerce. We also started our new hire on April 3rd. He is our Events and Communications Director, John Gray. So he'll be taking over a lot of the roles and responsibilities that I had previously filled. We do have our BLD Golf Classic that will be next Wednesday. We're completely sold out except for a room for one team, one foursome. So anybody interested in playing golf with us, we hope it's a beautiful day out at Creekside. And we're extremely excited to announce a partnership with the City of Hiram. The Chamber will be stepping in and bringing a Community Business Expo in with a Red, White, and Boom event on July 1st. So look for details for that to roll out soon.
We're very proud. It seems like it's going to be a big event.
I'll wait for you. All right, thank you, Stacy. Robert Reynolds with EDO.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think it's still morning after that long executive session. It may feel like afternoon to you folks up there, so, but anyway. Just as we start, just tell you how much I appreciate trying to get your hands around the issues that you're dealing with, and you and I've met on several occasions, is straighten out financial situations and questions that everybody's had with the IBA over the years. It makes what we're trying to do a lot easier as we try to get those things straight and where we can launch off and move forward with economic development. So I'm excited about that and just appreciate your efforts to find out where we are and where we stand on those issues. So as far as projects, working with a couple of good projects we're excited about. One local company is going through a pretty major expansion, and met with them and with one of the commissioners as well, and we're excited about that project going forward. A couple other projects, another project in Hiram and one in Dallas, and then the international project that I've mentioned in this meeting on several occasions. We are still very much under consideration. They are waiting on some final approvals from their home country to make a final decision here, but we are remaining in contact with those folks and are still in hopefully in a good position to continue to work with those folks and maybe have an announcement sometime in the not too distant future. It's good to see another government holding things up instead of our country's government. So we're waiting on a foreign land to help us maybe land a project. So I'll keep you posted on that. As you know, some of these projects happen very quickly. Some take many months, and this is just one of those that's taken quite a while to try to get done. But again, as I said a couple months ago, appreciate Commission Chairman and the District Commissioner where that project is considered, and they've been very helpful, and those companies know that when those officials come out and roll out the red carpet and welcome them here with open arms. So thank you for that as well.
Thank you, Robert.
Yep.
For Edison Engineering, I will bring us up to speed on that. Chuck's been working with the pump station in Dallas at the industrial park to test that thing. They did find a problem with the battery charger, and that has been corrected, it has been replaced. And that station now, I believe, is up to specs and ready to be accepted by the City of Dallas into their system. They have asked, the City of Dallas has asked for an extension, a 1-year extension on the warranty. I spoke with the mayor, he said that's pretty standard to do that. I'm not sure how long we've warranted it. I would suggest that we push to get that station moved over to the City of Dallas, and then we extend that warranty for a year if that's what we need to do. But I would like to see them take over the day-to-day operations and basically the power bill for that lift station. So I think Tom's working on the legal documents now to transfer the ownership of that station to the city. But I would recommend that we extend the warranty period for 1 year with the stipulation that they take ownership of the station immediately, ASAP. Any discussion on that? Then we will need a motion to approve the transfer of that lift station and the stipulation that they take that station over and the warranty period.
transfer the, sorry.
The sewer lift station.
Sewer lift station to the city of Dallas, including a 1-year warranty.
Motion and a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
May I ask, the city of Dallas, have you a representative? They're good with all this?
As far as I know, they were involved in the drawdown test, and they have, let Tom help me out, they have basically accepted the station as is, but they would like to have that 1-year warranty extension. That's the only stipulation of the song. Any other discussion? All right, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we'll move forward with that. Tom, if you begin to transfer that lift station. Okay, I'm going to ask for a motion. We move to executive session to discuss litigation, real estate, and personnel. We'll try to make it as brief as possible.
Make a motion that we go into executive session for personnel. Litigation in real estate, all three.
All three.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'll call the meeting back to order in regular session. No action taken in executive session. Any additional items?
At this time, I would like to amend the agenda to add item number 6, and that would be to appoint a member of the IBA to be a board member of the EDO.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right, the agenda has been amended, so now we can open that item for discussion. Anybody have any motion or?
I make a motion to appoint Robert Kraus as the EDO representative for the IBA.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, any further comments or questions? All right, we're adjourned. Make a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.